Hi everyone, I'm back, and I heard how some people wanted me to read chapter 5 because I understand that chapter 4 was really only about the character. After the guys finished training with Master Splinter, everyone went into the kitchen. Mikey asks, "Hey Lena, why don't you and Blue sing anymore?" asks Mikey. Well, Blue still sings, Lena says, looking to the ground. "Why don't you then?" Mikey asks. "Well, I guess I just feel like no one really wants to hear it anymore, and I guess I don't really have the passion of singing because of some things that happen," says Lena, keeping her gaze to the floor. "I think your voice is amazing," says Leo, smiling. "Thank you," Lena says, looking up into his blue ocean eyes. She smiles. "Well, I'm going to bed. Night, everyone," Lena says, as she gets up and walks to her clean room now. "Night, Lena," Leo says as he smiles at me. I smile back. Time skip. 3 days later. "Hey Leo, hurry up bro," Mikey yells, with his hands around his mouth to make his voice louder. I'm coming," Leo yells back. "Okay, let's go," Leo says as he walks up to the gang. "Let's go patrol the city," Mikey yells, jumping up into the air. Leonardo's perspective. On our way to the surface, I was walking in front of the guys. They were a bit behind talking about something. I wasn't quite listening. I looked to my side to see Lena looking at me, seemed to be staring at me. She then looks away, and then she says, "Look, Leo, thanks for letting me and my sisters stay with you and your family. The girls and I have not really had a place to call home in a while. We've been moving around a lot, especially with being up top in the Foot Clan," Lena says. I look at her and smile. "Lena, it's okay. We like having your company, and I'm pretty sure the guys like it too." "Really?" she says, smiling. "Really," I say, smiling back. When we got to the surface and climbed up the fire escape, we split up into teams. "Okay, Mikey and Millie, you guys cover the north side. Raph and Rose, you cover the west. Donnie and Deanna, you take the east, and me and Lena will take the south," I say. Everyone starts laughing except me and Lena. We look at each other with confused faces and then look at the others. Then Millie says, "Lena and Leo," smiling. "Shut up, Millie," Lena says in an angry tone. The guys walk away laughing still. "Siblings," Lena says, rolling her eyes and walking to the south side. "Yeah, I know, right? I have to get used to the guys. I've gotten used to what the guys always like," I say, smiling back. Lena smiles, too. I say smiling, Lena smiles back. A little bit later that night, Lena and me were alone walking along the rooftops. We joked around and laughed, and we smiled. Lena told me more about her and her sisters. She showed me a video of her sisters, Blue, Chan, and herself dancing and singing. We Are Family, singing the song We Are Family. It was funny, but Lena was not really singing or dancing in the video. I could tell the video was from recently. "Hey Lena, if you don't mind me asking, why don't you sing anymore?" I ask. "I told you, I don't think anyone wants to hear it anymore," she answers. "Lena, I know that's not true. Tell me the truth, please," I beg a bit. "Okay," she grunts sadly. "I singed when I was happy, or I will sing a sad song when I'm sad. So really after the thing with Max, and I just never really felt happy again, and all I felt was sad, and I guess I just lost the passion of singing, or just really didn't want to sing in front of people." her head, she frowns and points her head to the ground and points her gaze to the ground. Well, I think your voice is beautiful, and I really like it. I think that you could be a really great singer someday, I say, smiling, looking at her. Really? She says, smiling, looking up at me. Really, I say. You're really good at it, putting my hand on her shoulder, smiling back. Lena's perspective. Back at the lair, Mikey and Millie were versing in hockey. Rose and Raph were playing ping-pong. Donnie and Deanna were doing science stuff in the lab, and Splinter was meditating in the dojo. Me and Leo were sitting in the living room watching TV. It was a new episode of Space Heroes, and we were both laughing along. It was cool. Later on, everyone was in the living room except Master Splinter. He turned in early. Well, it was like 11 o'clock at night, and the guys and I were watching Avatar, the movie. I really like Avatar. It's one of my favourite movies, besides horror movies, because I love horror movies, and thriller movies. Romance isn't really my type, but in real life, like out of movies, I love a romantic man. A man that loves me for me, like glue. He's one of my best ones. He's not perfect, but no one's perfect. And me and him are like combined, probably brother and sister almost. At least we consider ourselves brother and sister. We're nowhere near romantically in love or anything like that, as much as people who look at us think that. We're not dating or anything like that. We're just bestest of friends. Take each other as brother and sister, like I said. Me and Leo are really good. No, great friends, actually. And he probably likes someone else too, so I don't think it would go anywhere more than friends. But I feel like it's really easy to talk to him. Like, I can just open up to him and tell him my problems, and he won't judge me. But I think I'll ever tell him or his brothers about Max and basically the details of what happened, or show them my scars. I find it just too embarrassing. I just feel too ashamed of my scars, too scared to show my true self sometimes. But I remember the happy times I had when I was young, and after I met Leo, he made me happy again, I guess. Him and his brothers did. And now I feel like I'm enough, and that I don't need to hide them anymore. But I still do, because I still get that feeling every now and then. After the movie, we all turned in. I listened to some music for a bit, and then decided to fall asleep, because I listen to music before I fall asleep almost every night. Some of the songs I listened to were All of Me by John Legend, and Just a Dream by Nelly. Those two are both one of my favourite songs, but they're not my favourite. I have my favouriteest song in the world would have to be 1,000 Years. And I slowly drifted off to sleep after I stopped my music. That morning, I sleep in almost never, but some weird reason I did that morning. Weird. I got up out of bed and walked to the kitchen. As I got closer, I heard laughing. I'm home now, I thought in my head. Alright guys, well thank you for tuning in to listen to this video. That was the 5th chapter, and I did just realize that I'm pretty sure I forgot to read the title of this chapter, so just so you know, this chapter is chapter 5 and it was called Happy Times. I will be posting chapter 6 very soon, and I hope you all have a good day. Bye.